world. I dare you to shut out all the distractions. I dare you to give up everything that is keeping you from your dream.
If you have a dream, don't just sit there. Get your ass up and make something happen. Sometimes you just have to move. Do something. Make a call. Reach out to someone. Google something. Learn something new. Right.
You stand dazed and amazed, I bust a little rhyme with authority, superiority. Here I am, R.A.W., a terrorist. Here to bring trouble to phony MCs. I move on and seize. I just conquer and solve another rapper with ease. Cause I'm at my apex and others are below. Nothing but a milliliter. I'm a kilo, second to none. Making MCs run, so don't try to step to me. Cause I ain't the one. I believe rappers just like Tylenol, and they know it. So I don't see why you all try to front, perpetrating a stunt when you know that I smoke you up like a blunt. I'm genuine like Gucci, raw like sushi. The stage of rage is what rap did to me, to make me wanna create chaos and mayhem. Cold rock a party until the AM. I'll make a muscle, grab the mic and hustle. While you stand dazed and amazed, I'll bust a little rhyme with authority.
My audience is public and my topic is updated. Hey, Kiss the Boys. Good morning. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. I'm just going to go in and edit the post real quick on Facebook as we are coming. I'm going to hop over. All right. Host. All right. And what is today? Freeeestyllle Friyaayyyyy. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Yes. All right. So now Facebook is up and running and YouTube is up and running. Let's see who I got over on YouTube. No one so far. All right, we're joining slow this morning. That's okay. Get your coffee or your tea. Today is Freestyle Friday. You know, I want to mention two things. Well, I'm going to go into I have two topics. Well, it's kind of a topic, and then I have a subtopic that's kind of related to the topic that I'm contributing today. So for all those that have never joined Freestyle Friday, normally Monday through Thursday, Coffee with Friends comes in with a topic that we focus on for the day. On Freestyle Friday, we come in this open season. Whatever topic we want to talk about, we throw it out on the wall, we grab it. Anybody contributes a topic today. It doesn't matter what type of topic it is. You want to talk about the economy. All right. You want to talk about relationships. You want to talk about your mommies and your daddies. Every topic is open today. Hey, AG Kitchen 737. Oh, wait a minute. So AG Kitchen 737, I have to say this. You getting me in trouble on my IG page, man. You getting me in trouble on my IG page. Hey, Johnny Hill on YouTube. Good morning. Wait. AG, hey, Blessed 6748. AG Kitchen 737. You are getting me in trouble on my IG page. Okay. When I look this way, when y'all see me looking at y'all, this is IG. When y'all see me looking at this is YouTube and Facebook. All right. But AG Kitchen is over here on IG. And I just want to say, I keep posting your food on my page. And motherfuckers want to know, how could they order this shit? Somebody literally commented on my picture and was like, stop posting this shit if we can't order. It's very disrespectful. Listen, I know y'all. I tell AG Kitchen all the time. Just go follow him. AG Kitchen 737. He cook his ass off. Maybe if y'all inbox him to death and ask him to start selling some of them damn meals he cooking, maybe he'll listen to y'all. Go follow him. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Mika. Good morning. Good morning. So go follow AG Kitchen 737. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. This is the vibe so far.
Why the sudden change? Say my name, say my name. You know one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running.
Listen, every now and again, we got to play some old school music, 90s. That's not so old. You know what's hilarious? Y'all notice on TikTok, right? And on commercials, people are like, oh, no one looks like the 70s and the 80s babies, right? The 70s and the 80s babies don't age. I'm like, what the fuck happened to the babies in the 60s? The fuck? Like, y'all don't even say the 60s no more. Like, everything, like these commercials and shit, when they advertising about age and shit, and y'all talking about throwback times and shit, they talking about the 70s and the 80s. The 70s and the 80s, that's my son. My son is in the 80s. Okay? I'm like, I'm in the 60s. Nobody talk about that shit no more. That's too old. That's what we doing. That's what we doing to the people in the 60s. Damn. Hey, Glamour 47. Hey, I am the Empress. Hey, Hearts of Fire. One reliable sense of hell. I'm looking at the plate in the handle photo. Sheesh. I know. Listen, so I'm telling you, somebody on IG, DJ Baby Girl, I don't want to butcher her name because I love her. Okay. She's the one who commented on my page. She was like, stop posting this shit. No one reliable sin. Okay. With the 80s babies. That's not throwback. That's like yesterday. All right. That's like yesterday. They don't even want to discuss the motherfuckers born in the 60s no more. Damn. And the 50s, fuck it. Forget them. Damn. Y'all are wicked out here. All right. Hey, mother. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, I want to say this. I want to say that, when my friends deserve a moment of appreciation, I want to give it to them. Okay. Listen, I am for the shits of giving flowers before they are going in the dirt. I give flowers while motherfuckers are still breathing and they can see the damn flowers. Okay. And I want to say, yesterday I was on the phone or text, either one, because we do both, right? Talking to my good friend. And, he know that I'm going through some things or whatever the case may be. And so I was like, oh, I got to go move some money around. I got to do this. I got to do that. And, we talking and shit. Hey, Madison. Right? We talking, and I'm such an independent woman. This is where my independence comes in. Like, I don't really look for people to help me unless I really, 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 really need help. Like, I try to pull all my resources from all my little financial pockets before I reach out to anybody else. Right. And so I was like, oh, I got to go move money around. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. Hey, Rashmi, good morning. And he turned around and said, I got you for this amount. I was like, wow, you would do that for me? Offered me the money with no hesitation. He was like, here, I can give you this. I can lend you this. Get you some good friends, y'all. I immediately responded to my good friend. No, that's okay. Let me work it out first. Because I hate to owe people money. I do. I hate to owe people money. I said, let me work it out first. I got some financial pockets, right? That I just need to move money around, right? That's it and that's all. Okay. Let me try to do that first before I come back to my good friend and say I need that shit. But it's just good to know that you could be in situations and your friends step up and they just offer the support and help with no hesitation. I appreciate that. The friend that offered me that olive branch, they know who they are. I appreciate that. That meant a ton because not that many people come out the box to help me, right? There are a few. I do have my few, my set that holds me down, but it's very rare people got that. Right. And so I want to say, I just wanted to shout out an appreciation moment real quick. All right. Because this is what loving up on your brothers and sisters look like. I say it all the time on Coffee with Friends. right? Love up on your brothers and sisters. And this is what loving up on your brothers and sisters look like. Okay. And with that, it is Freestyle Friday, y'all. And this is what I was playing.
Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Better say my name. The other day, I would call, you would say, baby, how's your day? But today, it ain't the same.
Today, it ain't the same. So what topic are we talking about today, y'all? All right. I got a contributed topic. In the rules for Freestyle Friday is anybody can suggest a topic. Is if there's anything on your mind, anything that you want to talk about, anything that you need advice about, okay, something you heard, something you want to talk about that you've seen on social media, today is the day. Okay. Today is the absolute day to talk about whatever we want to talk about. I come prepared with a topic to contribute on Freestyle Friday, but I also did I not go live on Facebook? Oh yes, I did, because did my live cut off? Wait a minute. Am I still here? Is my live still on? Oh yeah, it's still there. I don't know. That's interesting. Y'all do still see my live on YouTube? Can y'all answer me? Because for some reason it's telling me to go. Oh, you good. It says go live. That's so weird. It should say end live, but it says go live. But as long as y'all can see me on YouTube and y'all can see me on Facebook, then I'm good. All right. So with that said, I got a topic, y'all. I saw a meme floating around IG, right? And of course I had to pull it because it was a good question. And of course, because I'm in the dating scene now and I'm experiencing, well, I'm not really having a bad time in the dating arena. Like I know some people have bad experiences in the dating arena, and I've had my fair share of bad experiences in the dating arena, right? But right now, where I'm at right now, I'm not having any bad experiences right now. Thank God. Thank God I'm not having the worst experiences, right? But I'm not really out there like that either. But this meme that I saw was very interesting, and I wanted to share it with everyone on here. Okay. All right. I wanted to share it with everyone on here. So for those on YouTube and for those on Facebook, y'all are going to see the topic that I pulled off of social media, right? And it says, Instagram has ruined a whole generation's expectations of relationships, work, and everything in between. It has made perfect look normal. So now good has become disposable. What do y'all think about that statement? Hey, Christine Beauty Lounge, what do y'all think about that statement? Instagram has made perfect look normal. So now good has become disposable in relationships, in work situations, and everything in between. What do y'all think? Right? And the reason why I talked about the dating thing is because so many people complain about, the dating, how dating sucks and there's pee-pee and doo-doo in the dating pool. And I believe that there is. I do. Right? But what are our expectations based off of? Do we think our expectations are based off of the posts that people put on Instagram and Facebook? Have we become so social media dependent that we build our expectations based on what we see? What do y'all think? Right? Has perfect become normal? And are we throwing away good relationships because we are looking for what social media presents as perfection? I need help with this, y'all. Rashmi said absolute facts. Okay. Social media has whole ass folks delusional. Why is that? Why is that? Why do we believe what we see on social media? I say this all the time. We take these 5-second moments, of pictures, just a snap takes a couple of seconds, right? You could put a whole reel together a whole 30-second reel together, and someone would have a level of expectations based on that 30-second reel. Okay? And it's not normal. It's not normal. Rashmi said people want to be these celebrities so bad and expect lavish gifts. These women all look the same, and we are changing up their bodies for these regular ass men. Did y'all hear what she said? She said people want these want to be these celebrities so bad. Okay? They ask for these lavish gifts. You know, the women's bodies and everything all look the same. Women are out here changing up their bodies for these regular ass men. How many men you date that got, you know, a tummy tuck, their titties snatched up? I seen a couple of men with little saggy titties. Did they get their titties lifted because they wanted to satisfy you? Because they thought that they would be more attractive without their nipples hanging? How many men y'all been with that got their peens expanded? But women are out here getting big ass booties, you know, big ass titties and shit for regular ass men, right? Unrealistic. Instagram. Did y'all heard the topic I contributed? Hey, Brooklyn J. Good morning. Good morning, phenomenal girl. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Friends. Georgie said, I guess relationship goals for a picture video has distorted the reality of romantic interactions. Wow. So what are you saying, Georgie, that we are basing our relationships based on these pictures and videos that we see on IG, right? And it's interfering with our romantic interactions. Like, for example, right? Valentine's Day came and went. We saw these motherfucking celebrities dropping like thousands of dollars on roses to cover floors in hotel rooms, right? Walls decorated in roses and shit, right? These are motherfuckers that got money, right? Then you got some regular ass Joe girl that works at Macy's or some shit that got her man that's hustling and bustling, you know, whatever he's working and doing, right? And she's expecting the same shit. No, boo. Social media has raised the bar and fucked up our expectations of what we should be expecting in these relationships. This perfection that we see on social media is not real, right? It's not normal. But we have made it so normal that so many people out here single, so many people are out here confused as to what they should be expecting in a relationship, right? And there's so many dissatisfied people that are in relationships that feel like they can't get what they need because of what the fuck they see on Instagram and on Facebook and on TikTok and on YouTube and on any other social media platform. Okay. Rashmi says scamming is at an all-time high because nobody wants to work for things anymore. They steal and they use money to buy designer plastic surgery, vacations, etc. Yes. Point PPP loans. What were those fucking shits that came out during COVID? How many motherfuckers got letters after they took PPP loans? Okay? Because y'all lied. They lied. And all the motherfuckers around that time that took the PPP loans, they were the motherfuckers on the, okay, you see this book? Act like this book is a stack of hundreds. They were like this. Meanwhile, that was the PPP money that now they got felony charges for. But the lifestyle that they were living during those PPP loans, everybody was hating. They were like, oh my God, I want to be like that. I want to have this. My man better do this for me. Really? The expectations, you know, we need to go back and reevaluate our expectations. And we need to assess where we're deriving these expectations from. I mean, it shouldn't come from social media. Johnny Hill said, man, I don't believe half the stuff I see on social media, and it's a shame that people take it as truth. I'm glad I'm not out in these social media streets. I would be a hoe or a hermit. Ah! Wait, you said hoe or hermit. Like that is on two different ends of the spectrum, Johnny. Okay. You would be a ho or a hermit, nothing in between. The fuck. All right. But I hear you. I absolutely hear you. Scamming is at an all-time high. I've seen it firsthand. You know, motherfuckers. I've seen it. Okay. I've seen motherfuckers in business and everything. Motherfuckers try to scam your ass. You know, I want to go back and say the one I miss. No, I'm gonna finish this thought and then I'm gonna go back. Let me write this shit down because I don't want to fucking forget. Let me write. I gotta write this down because the menopause brain. Because this one I got to talk about. But Johnny said there doesn't seem to be no in between. There's no in between in hoe and in hermit. Okay. All right. The scams are out of control. They are really out of control. You know, my cousin Inbox Tech was texting me last night, and she was saying that she asked me a customer service question. She said, if you have a customer that placed an order with you, right? And the order is 2 weeks old and you didn't get a tracking number, you didn't get this, you didn't get that. I mean, it's happened to me before. Sometimes I get overwhelmed. I miss orders or I'm behind schedule. But, you know, she asked me the question, what would you do if the customer reached out to you and said, I'm still waiting on my order? I said one or two things. You know, I would apologize, you know, throw in some extra trinkets, get their order out as soon as ASAP, send them a tracking number, right? Or B, apologize, refund them the money if I'm having some difficulty, right? So she said she's been going back and forth with this lady who sell paparazzi. And I mean, what the fuck is the jury $5? I mean, come on, y'all, paparazzi, don't do that. Right. And the lady is like, oh, the tracking number is here, but the tracking number keeps coming up invalid. Right. And so my cousin is frustrated. So I said, you know what? These motherfuckers are out here scamming good. That's why when I buy from people, you know, that I'm not sure, I do it with my credit card. Right. And then if they fuck around, I call my credit card company and I'll be like, the fuck, I'm disputing this shit. I'm not paying it. I let the credit card company deal with their asses. Or if you don't have a credit card, set up PayPal. If you got to pay with your debit card, set up PayPal. Pay these motherfuckers with PayPal. Let PayPal fight your battles. That's what they're there for. Okay. Hi, Freeeeestyllle. Good morning. Good morning. Patricia said, I have news for you. Every generation say the same thing about our current trends. I have lived long enough to see the different trends. We say in my day, things were so much better, right? You know, Pat, the funny shit about that is I used to hate when my mother used to come up with them stories that said, when I was young, but baby, am I not doing that shit now? What? I used to hate that shit. I used to be like, here she go again with when I was young, we used to do this. And when I was young, we used to do that. Right? But now this is me. When I was young, we used to walk to school in the fucking snow. When I was young, didn't nobody drive my ass to school, period. When I was young, we had chores like sweeping floors and going to the motherfucking laundry. Now I'm doing the same shit that I used to hate my mother doing. Ooh. You see how that shit? So Pat, I'm gonna agree with you. The generations just repeat the shenanigans. Okay, they do. They absolutely do. Johnny said, scammers from India saying their name is Jamal, saying you got grant money to go back to school. I'd be like, Abu God is not pleased with your choice. Go get a real job. I'm dead. Wait, Abu God though? Did you mean Allah? I'm dead. I'm the fuck dead. All right. Or when you call like AT&T and shit, right? And you got somebody that answer the phone. I know, Rashmi, I'm fucking dead. He said, Jamal, you got somebody that answer the phone and they can barely speak English. You be like, I don't understand you, but they said their name is Henry. You be like, motherfucker, do they give y'all these American names and then they get you on the phone and you can't even speak English? Like, you really think you fooling us? Henry, Jamal, whatever the fuck. Oh my God. You said no, he meant what the fuck he said. He said India. Abu God. I am so dead. Glamour, get them. They acting out on motherfucking YouTube this morning. Rashmi said, you press 1 for English and they be speaking in tongues. You be like, wait, I hit motherfucking 1. No lies. They ain't not one lie told here. Not one motherfucking lie told. Hit 1 for English and you still be like, what? Huh? The fuck? Let me tell you, I try to have patience, y'all, right? I do, right? And lately I've been working on myself. I really have been working on myself. When I say I'm in my healing journey, I really be working on myself. So I count in my head before I go off now. You know what I'm saying? You know, before I get ready to drop the F-bombs, I think real hard, right? But baby, when them motherfuckers, when I hit 1 and them motherfuckers come on the phone and I still don't understand what the fuck they saying, I just hang the fuck up. That I don't cuss. I can't. And then I call back and I hit 1. I keep calling back and hitting motherfucking 1 until I get somebody I can understand. I think it's disrespectful. Good morning, Veronica Madison Beauty. I'm dead, y'all. All right, so I have another question. Right, I got a few topics here. Y'all not coming up with topics. I always got shit to say. I always got shit to say. All right, 70s and 80s. Let's talk about the 70s and 80s. I want to talk about the things we miss in the 70s and 80s. Okay, I know some of y'all were like little infants, but let's talk about the things we miss in the 70s and 80s. Okay, what are the things you miss in the 70s and 80s? I got one. AG said, as soon as they answer, when I hear the voice, I hang up and suck my teeth. And you're nice. And you're really a nice person. So you hang up too? Damn, that's messed up. What do we miss from the 70s and 80s? What are some of the things you miss? You know, last night I was listening to some music, right? And a song came on. You know what, Rashmi? I'm not fucking with you, okay? See, this is that rude, disrespectful shit. All right. She said, I guess I got to sit this one out. I wasn't born yet. You were born in the 80s, B. Lord. You know the rude of the young. Okay. AG said, I miss playing Skully in the street. Remember that? Who remembers playing Skully in the street? Okay. While we're thinking about who remembers playing Skully in the street, I'm going to say this. I was listening to music last night. Who remembers slow grinding in basement parties? The fuck up against the wall. Underage, slow grinding, dry humping in the basement parties. Okay? You know, when the parents go out of town and the people with the houses, they used to invite people over and used to pay 25 cents. Some of the house parties used to be 25 cents to get in. We used to go in the basement, okay, and grind. AG. Rashmi said, what is Skully? Now, see, I can Google it. See, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fight you, Rashmi. All right? I'm going to fight you. All right? In the basement grinding. That is one thing that I remember in the 70s, 80s. I don't know if I miss it, though, because I don't like people touching me up like that anymore. I don't know if I miss it, but it was a quick memory. What are some other things that we missed from the 70s and 80s? Cheryl Lee said blue lights. Blue lights. Help me, Cheryl Lee. Blue lights, like at the parties, blue lights where? Okay. Glamour 47 said, yes, run, catch, and spin the bottle. That was another good one, right? Y'all nasty pervs, right? Or Run, Catch, and Kiss. That was the lunch break shit. We used to play Run, Catch, and Kiss, and the boys used to run and catch us, and they used to kiss us. That was how we got our little sneaky kisses in. Pervs. You know what? Johnny Leon Hill just came for us along with Rashmi, okay? Johnny Leon Hill said, I was born in the 70s and I don't know what the fuck that is either. All right, wait. I got Hearts of Fire coming on. All right, wait a minute, because I got to hear what Hearts of Fire said before she gets in there with the geriatrics. Oh, shit. Wait, I got to put this up on the screen in the meanwhile. Where's my Hearts of Fire? There she go. Good morning, Hearts of Fire.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy
guys.
Friday.
So, and I hope everybody has a good weekend. I'm at work. Of course, every time I get over here, something happens with my internet where it just knocks me out. But Run, Catch, and Kiss. Yes, and Spin the Bottle. Oh, my God. I used to Run, Catch, and Kiss. I used to live in the Bronx, 166th Street in college, and I would only let one boy catch me. The one that I wanted to, catch in the backyard, whatever, and kiss and let him rub me up and all that stuff. Yeah, those were the good games. And who don't know about Skully?
Rashmi don't know about Skully. Johnny don't know about Skully. They disrespecting us. Johnny Leon Hill.
Oh my God, that's absolutely horrible. But there was a lot of good things, I think, in our generation. Even when I missed it so bad that my son bought me an Atari. So I have one at home that I can play.
Atari.
When I really get bored, so I spent a lot of my COVID time sitting on the couch, not only Netflixing, but playing Atari on television.
My brother got me PlayStation, so I know.
I might see my kids play PlayStation once they got when they got there. I think I stopped at Sega Genesis. I was no more than I have kids that are in their 30s. My oldest is 37. I got a teenager at home, and that's what I would like to talk about one of these days. He's disrespectful.
Definitely, Hearts of Fire. I got you.
I never had a teenager that I liked in my house, and I had four grown kids and one teenager.
We're gonna talk about that.
The scammers. I heard last night that there was a guy, not last night, the night before last night, who made $30 million scamming people, especially in the dating world.
You talking about the Tinder Swindler? I gotta watch that. That's a series on Netflix.
I'm not sure, but there was a guy who he was swindling people in a dating.
Yes,
world.
that's it. It's
$30 million.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I get a piece of this?
Yeah.
And as far as the dating, you always talk about the P in the dating pool there is. So in respect to Johnny, I'm a hermit now. And so there was a medium before, and I used to be on the other end of the spectrum, living that whole life, that good old whole life, and I ain't ashamed to say it. I've been saying a lot of things that I wanted to address, but sometimes I'm driving and I'm just listening. So I'm on the spectrum where I'm a hermit now because there's so much going on and people are not genuine. And it's just, I just can't be bothered. I'm trying to find my medium in spirituality.
Got it.
So that's where I'm at I'm staying in my lane. So much so that I went to the store the other night and I'm looking at my phone, and this guy that worked in the store, he came and looked over my shoulder. And, it's COVID. So I'm like the COVID police. I don't be playing it. So I'm like, what's going on? And so he was like, what are we getting? And so I'm like, okay, I'm trying to look for this and that and the other. He goes, okay. And so I said, what did you think I was doing? So he said, Miss, you know what? You need to realize when somebody is trying to flirt with you. I'm getting so angry. So I really wasn't paying attention that the guy was trying to come on to me because I'm so busy being that hermit. But I gotta get in for work.
Yeah.
I wish you guys the best weekend ever.
Thank you. Thank you, Hearts of Fire, for joining.
So
I appreciate it.
So good.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. All right. So Hearts of Fire. That was Hearts of Fire. Who else is on here trying to come on? All right. Oh, Got another guest. But while this guest is joining, Rashmi looked up what Skully is a children's game played on the streets of New York City and other urban areas, sketched on the streets, usually in chalk. A Skully board allows a game for 2 to 6 players. That is right. Okay. That is right. All right. Hey, AG. Good morning. Good morning. We have AG live on IG. What's up?
I was coming on just to school them on Skully.
Yeah, that school them. Let them know.
They don't understand. They had like Atari and all that stuff in the 70s, late 70s. But Skully was a big game in the 70s.
Yes.
72, 73. You know, it was when you take chalk and you draw this. They called it Skully because it was like a skeleton type of thing, but it was in a square. And you take chalk and you draw these boxes. And it was from 1 to 13, the boxes. But how creative we was that you have to get like tops from a bottle. We would get tops from a bottle, like a milk crate or something, a milk carton, the big old red tops. And we would melt crayons or wax in it from a candle. And that gives you weight. And so what you had to do was you had to shoot from 1 to 2, 3, and get into these boxes. You could play doubles or you could play singles. But in the middle was called Skully, where 13 was. And if you got in the middle, there was boxes in the middle, like a skeleton that had like, you had to stay in there until someone hit you out. And if you hit someone out of that box, then you got like, you could move 13 spaces or whatever. And then you had to go backwards. It's such a great game.
Wow. You really remember the details of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. See the things we missed in the 70s and the 80s. See, y'all take shit for granted. And for those that are born in the 80s, we'll maybe one day y'all could think about what y'all missed in the 90s in the 2000s, because it ain't shit.
And they don't know about when we used to take the cans, like the vegetable cans, where the vegetables come in a can, you scrape it and scrape it and scrape it until it pops out. And then you go to the Johnny Pump and hold it up.
Oh, yeah. For the water. Yep. Who used to go outside and play in the sprinklers, the hydrants? Who used to do that? 70s and 80s babies. They don't know about that. They don't know about that kind of living. Johnny and Rashmi are on here talking about they wasn't born yet. They too young. Johnny said that sounds complicated, like I need geometry before playing that game. But you see, maybe the kids in the 70s and the 80s were smarter. The fuck? Do you see how they came up with shit like that? Real creative, drew boxes and shit and came up with these rules. Put weight in the caps, y'all. That took some thought.
They don't even know about
that. Took some thought. And somebody said Hearts of Fire said you had to have a good thumb. Yes, you did. Yep. And Pat said the boys played Skully and the girls played Pop Sir Hopscotch. Absolutely. The girls were playing Hopscotch. Yep, that's so true. That is so true. Now, kids today still do Hopscotch. I do still see that. I play Hopscotch in Rashmi's backyard. So we still do that. But these kids were creative.
Okay, I don't want to go ahead and try.
All right, goodbye.
I just want to explain it.
All right, goodbye. All right. So thank you, AG, for joining. Wow. So one more thing I want to say about something that I missed in the 70s and 80s, and y'all better not judge me, okay? The fuck. Beating motherfuckers up and not calling the cops. I miss that shit. I miss that shit. You know how motherfuckers in the 70s and 80s, when somebody deserved the ass whipping, right? You just went and rolled up on the motherfuckers, right? Yes, Jax, Hearts of Fire Jax. You just went and rolled up on the motherfuckers and start fighting. Nobody called the cops. You went home with your lumps and your bumps and your bloody ass nose, right? Busted lip and mind your fucking business, right? Didn't nobody give a shit. But these motherfuckers in the new world, you can't say shit to motherfuckers today. They want to call the cops. See, in the 70s and 80s, where's my mother? Because listen, this was, my mother walked around with an ice pick. You fucked with her, you got stabbed. She ain't never went to jail. The fuck, right? How many fights I had? I done cut people, stabbed motherfuckers in the head, did all kind of shit in my day. No, nobody called the cops. Everybody went home with their lumps and bumps like this. And the next day, sometimes y'all became friends. right? I miss them motherfuckers fucking days. But y'all new babies don't know how to take lumps and bumps and not call the po-po. And you know what's sad? Black folks, we fight each other, and the black folks call the cops on the black folks, and then the cops come and put their knees on our neck and kill our asses anyway, right? Damn. I'd rather take the lumps and bumps and go the fuck home, right? But these new babies, no, they don't want to take lumps and bumps. I miss that shit from the 70s and 80s. Fuck a motherfucker up and keep it stepping. No cops involved. Cops had other things to worry about, like murders. The fuck? Hey, Superb Sweets. Oh, Handball. That's another one. Who the fuck played Handball? Johnny Leon Hill and Rashmi don't play me. Y'all play Handball. I used to play Handball until my hand was swollen. Handball. That's another good one. Yep, Glamour 47, Vaseline on the face and ready to go. Earrings out the ears. We didn't play hair in a ponytail. You just walked into a fight. It was no, I mean, we used to plan them at school. We'd be like, bitch, I'll see you at 3:00. We used to plan it in school, right in front of the teacher face. Oh yeah, principal, that's okay. I'm gonna whip that bitch ass after school, 3:00, off of school property. And the school would say, as long as it's off the school property. So we walk a few blocks. The whole crowd will walk with us. Oh, there's getting ready to be a fight. Yep. I'm getting ready to fuck this bitch up. And the whole crowd be behind you, following you. And then y'all fight. And the next day y'all go to school. What happened? I missed that shit. Who remembers tops? Oh, the spin tops? Let's see what Rashmi and Johnny is over here saying. Okay, Johnny said, I miss Saturday morning cartoons. When I was growing up, Johnny Leon Hill, we had the educational cartoons. You remember the Bill that used to sit on the Capitol steps and he used to sing about vetoing and shit like that? We used to have those educational little cartoons. Rashmi says she never played that. You never played handball, Rashmi? We're going to have to go to a park. We're going to play handball. This is fucked up. Okay, Rashmi said, I miss Soul Train with Don Cornelius. Okay, fair. You back in the game now, Rashmi. That's a good one. I know I missed a lot of comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking across 3 platforms. Hey, Future. Tally said, when I moved to North Carolina, they laughed at me. They was like, what the hell is handball? Oh, they didn't play handball in North Carolina? The fuck? Did they even have the walls in the park? Because in the hood, in the urban communities, we had the half walls in our parks. And we used to stand in line and wait and call next. Like how the guys playing basketball call next. We used to call next. I got next because they play partners. Johnny said handball wasn't a thing where I lived. That was in the white neighborhoods. Handball was in the white neighborhoods, or you lived in the white neighborhoods? I need clarity. Tally said, me too, Robin. Head was swollen and red. Yup, hands was swollen and red from playing handball. We would smack the fuck out of that ball. The what? Okay, and you had to have a certain ball. Double Dutch. Okay, Double Dutch is another good one, but we still keep Double Dutch alive here in Hackensack, right? We still keep Double Dutch alive in Hackensack. At my ferry picnic, we jumped Double Dutch, y'all. At Rashmi's barbecues and just shenanigans at her house, we jumped Double Dutch, y'all. All her friends jump in and jump Double Dutch. We keep Double Dutch alive. There's a couple of ropes between us. I don't have ropes, but I know Rashmi has some ropes and maybe Demora has ropes, right? But there's a couple of ropes between us. A Double Dutch, we keep that alive. Okay, see you at 3, AG. My grandson, let me tell y'all how funny my grandson is, right? So today is Friday, right? And so I have to go to the mall, and I don't like going to the mall on the weekends, including Friday, because here in Bergen County where I live, Sunday blue law is still followed here in Bergen County, so all the retail stores are closed. So Friday and Saturday is a madhouse in our malls, right? And so AG and I are heading out to the mall today, and I said, listen, I need to get out as soon as like 3:00. And so Rashmi was like, you know what? You don't have to pick up Chunk today right? Because I'm going right into the shop. We can have Rob pick him up or whatever the case may be. So I looked at Chunk because, you know, me picking up Chunk, we have our special bonding moments, right? And we've been together from the beginning of time, y'all, for real, from when he was little. We've been rocking it from the beginning of time. So we have our little routines that we create over the years, right? And so I pick him up 3 days a week from school. I don't have to, but I do, right? And so I asked him, I said, Chunk, do you want Rod to pick you up or do you want me to pick you up? And he said, I want you to pick me up, Chunk. And so there it is. I got to go pick my Chunk up first, and then I'll swing back around and get and get AG. I just love it, right? That's our bonding moments. Things like that matter to the kids. I mean, although he really just wanted me to pick him up so I could bring him home to get his iPad, but still, it still meant something to me. I am Empress says, never fight on school grounds because we ain't got time to get suspended from school too. Thank you. Period. Never fight on school grounds. And they didn't give a shit. As long as you wasn't on school grounds, it was all fair, love is war, whatever the fuck that saying is. All is fair and love and war. Get off the school grounds. Okay. Pat said, you never heard of Red Rover, send Robin right over? No. Okay, Pat, you must be talking about in the 50s, in the 60s. You and my mother played that game? Because, you know, I know y'all hung out. That's no shade. I just never heard of that. Red Rover, send Robin over. And then what did when you sent Robin over, what did she do? Interesting. That sounds kind of kinky. Georgie said, I told my daughter, Ton drag a hoe, and she almost did yesterday. Oh, wait. I told my daughter to drag a hoe. Rashmi, get off my live. Get off my live. How the fuck you play something I ain't even heard of? And you trying to act like everything we mentioned on here, you ain't never heard of, but you heard of some Red Rover. Rashmi had the nerve to say she played Red Rover. Anybody on here know what the fuck Red Rover is? AG, you remember the Bill commercial? Yep. Zoom, the show. Yep. Zoom. You know what? You know what my son sent me the other day? He sent me a video of him watching Gerber. Who used to watch Gerber? That was an old, like, series, children's series, like a puppet type thing. Gerber, that was his shit. He was actually watching that shit yesterday. Hell no, handball court, no handball courts in North Carolina. Hula hoop, we did hula hoop at the Ferry Picnic. We try to keep these games alive a little bit. You said you played it in the 90s. I never heard of Red Rover. Oh, you heard of Red Rover too, Mika? I never heard of that. But you know, I had my son in 1983 and I stopped playing games. The fuck? I couldn't play no more. So maybe y'all were playing Red Rover while I was breastfeeding. I don't the fuck know. Okay, who's coming on? When white people play handball, isn't it racquetball? Thank you, cuz I'm like, I ain't know white people play handball without the racket. But you know, yes, I agree, AG. We can find a park for handball. Let's see who's trying to come on the screen. Kiss the boys. All right, it's 8:49. We got 10 minutes because I got a hectic Friday at work and I got to move some money around and do some things. Hey, Kiss the boys.
Now, mind you, I'm laying here on this couch half asleep.
With your bonnet on.
I know, right? But down with it. I know better. But no, so yesterday, I'm trying to get some sleep in. Today is the anniversary of my dad's passing, so I've just been in a funk for the past couple of days. Okay. So, and just now, I was laying here half asleep, but I heard y'all say no fighting in school. So, I get a text message. It's like 3 o'clock. My daughter don't get out of school till like 4 something. I look down. She like, Mama, these kids got me fucked up. I was like, holy shit. Let me start getting dressed because I know my child cusses and she is allowed to freely express herself to me, but she never cusses to me. So I'm like, I'm like, babe, what's going on? Are you okay? She like, they keep disrupting the class and I just snapped. Like, we can't learn. Nothing's getting done. So I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? So I start texting her advisor, like, yo, my kid, I'm like, I'm about to send you something. And I'm sorry for the language. She's like, wait, Faith? I'm like, babe, if you got to fight, you got to fight. But at this point, just walk out. Just walk out of the class. Go to the office. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I call the school. I'm like, listen, my daughter is either about to walk out of class or y'all need to go get her out of class because she is fired up.
Yeah.
And he's like, who? I'm like, Faith Brown. They're like, no way. Like, what is going on?
Listen, don't fight in the school.
Listen, no, she gonna fight in the school.
Yeah.
And you know what's gonna happen now? It's gonna happen the same way it happened before when I told her to snatch a bitch up in school. We gonna tell. And then when the next time that she say something or do something to you, drag her ass. I promise you, you're going to go home that day, but you're going to come back tomorrow. Nobody, my daughter is so good that I promise you, she going to do what I told her, and she going to pick up a desk and slam it on that girl. Now, she probably going to press charges on her.
Okay.
I'm sure my baby going to be back in school. We're not
yeah.
See, we live in a stand your ground state, too. So that's going to be the first thing I bring up.
Yeah.
She came at my child. I told my child, don't rush her. But if she start coming for you, hit her with the bloop, bloop, bop.
You know,
hit her with a foot.
The bloop, 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 bloop. She said, hit her with the foot.
I don't care.
I hear that. Thank you, Kiss the Boy.
I don't care. The state said you got to go there, not me.
Exactly.
And I told her, too, just don't walk out the school. I dare a teacher to grab you because you walked out their class. I'm not having it.
Listen.
My babies, you're not going to intimidate my babies. My baby will drag you in the school. She'll hit you with a desk if she had to.
Oh, I know that's right. I was a cutter. I still am.
It's just too much to type. Too much to type.
Thank you, but I appreciate you hopping on here. Thank you, Kiss the Boys. Bye. All right, we had some activity today, y'all. We had a couple of people come on and co-host for Raw to the Bone today. So yeah, so that was the topic about what are some of the things we miss in the 70s and the 80s. Okay, so that was a good one because people are still. She said the bing bing bloop. She said throw a foot at them. I'm telling you, when you fight, there's no rules. Hands and feet are involved. I'm kicking and I'm punching. The fuck, you gonna get these feet? You getting hands and feet? The fuck. Johnny said, I miss the sense of the community in the Black neighborhood where everyone knew each other. Yes. When in the 70s and the 80s, I don't know about the 90s, but remember when in your neighborhood, on your block, everyone was friendly, everybody knew each other, everyone looked out for each other. I remember playing hooky and someone on the block's grandmother saw us on the bus, trying to get on the bus, right? We were boarding the bus from Jamaica Avenue at the depot where all the buses park, right? We were boarding the bus and somebody's grandmother was on that bus and she saw us and we saw her and we ran off the bus. But later on when we got home, come to find out that grandmother made her way through that block and told every one of our mamas and family members that we played hooky that day. Okay. When I showed up on the block after picking up my brother that afternoon, I'm coming down the block. All the motherfuckers on the block was outside standing in front of my uncle's house. True motherfucking story. Mother, you on here. You remember? Okay. Play hooky. Everybody was outside. I get in the house. My uncle, my mother is there. My aunt is there. My cousins are there. My cousin, Michelle, I said her name, right? That I play hooky with. She was sitting on the floor. And my uncle was standing there talking with a switch. You know what I'm switches from outside the tree or whatever the case may be. And he was like, so I heard y'all play hooky. And see, I was a stubborn one. And I'm looking at my mother like, oh, you going to let my Uncle Ho beat my ass? Like, that's the other thing in the 70s and 80s. You got ass whippings. The fuck? Ain't no child services come and help your ass. And so we got in trouble. That's because the whole block cared. Them grown-ups didn't care. They told on your ass. Right? And none of the other parents said to that lady, mind your fucking business. Go and try to tell on some of these kids now. You go knock on one of these motherfuckers' door and say your kid is out here doing so-and-so. 9 times out of 10, that man or that woman is going to tell you to mind your fucking business and leave their kid alone. No, I miss that village shit too, Johnny Hill. I miss that shit. Pat said you had 2 lines of kids on the opposite ends in locked arms. You had to run to the other side and break the line if your name was called. Oh, okay. All right. That sounds familiar, but I never played it. The general said, I miss not paying bills as a kid. Didn't realize how good I had it. That part. Wow, y'all. Well, this was a good Freestyle Friday. I appreciate y'all. I know I missed a lot of comments. There was a lot of stuff going on today on Freestyle Friday. I have comments coming in on Facebook and YouTube, and a lot of comments coming in on IG. And then we got people jumping in and out on the video, which I love. All right. Tally said, Robin, do you remember when Frankie Mason and Nito came to grab me and Renee out of Jackie's basement on 225th Street? That was the Black Neighborhood Watch. Yep. First of all, exactly. Okay, Nito is my baby daddy, FYI. So Natalia Russell that you see on here, and I've said it before, is my sister-in-law from my baby daddy, okay? And so we called him Nito. His name was Alvinito, right? Little Alvin, right? But Nito is what they called him, all right? And so listen, yeah, they were the neighborhood watch. They definitely were. I love it. Glamour said, yes, community missed that. We used to go next door to our friend's house to eat, spend the night and vice versa. Good times. Yep. Nobody does that anymore. Okay. I mean, I know I didn't do it when my son was a teenager and you know, he wanted to have friends over. I was like, no, because I knew my son was nasty. Like if it was a woman in my, if he had a female friend in my house, I knew he was going to bone her. I knew it. So I was like, you can't have no girl company. You can have your guy friends over. But then he had one guy friend whose feet stunk so bad. I wish he joined the live today. He had one guy friend, his feet stunk so bad. And the rules in my house was you can't have your shoes on. I've had that rule a long time. Okay. And so, but he was the only one that was allowed to have his shoes on. I was like, fuck it. Keep your shits on because your shit stink. The fuck. And so I kind of limited who can come in my house because at a certain point these motherfuckers started stealing. See, when we were hanging out in each other's houses, people didn't steal. Although one time somebody did steal from my mother, from my mom in my house, right? On another time I played hooky. Not hooky, but I was home for lunch and I brought a whole bunch of people to my house for lunch to hang out. And my mother caught on and sent my godmother over there. And my godmother made me leave the house with her, and all of my motherfucking friends was hiding in the house somewhere. And so by the time I came back around the corner to get back in my house to let them out, I didn't realize they stole from my mother, right? But fast forward, my son's time, them kids was stealing. So no. I wish they had the drop squad still, right? Remember the Guardian Angels? Who remembers those before I end my damn live? Who remembers the Guardian Angels that used to ride the trains and help people? They were like our superheroes in the 70s and 80s. If somebody bothered you on the fucking subway, the Guardian Angels, the guys with the red caps, I think I've seen one or two of them recently. They're very sporadic. But in the 70s and 80s, they were riding that train in crowds and protecting the neighborhood. They were called the Guardian Angels. I love that shit. Miss that shit, right? Remember that shit, Glamour 47? When I saw them on the train, I felt like I could close my eyes and take a nap. But y'all, thank you for joining Freestyle. You remember Christine? All right. Thank you for joining Freestyle Friday, y'all. All right. This is Raw to the Bone, and this is Coffee with Friends. We go live Monday through Friday, all right, at 8 a.m. Live streaming on IG, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you are going to the link in my bio, and you will follow me across all my links, especially YouTube, y'all, because I'm going to be booting up Coffee with Friends after dark, okay? And so I don't want y'all to miss it. And so I know for sure I'm going to stream it on YouTube. I don't know about IG, okay? But YouTube and Facebook, 9 times out of 10 will be a definite live stream. So make sure you are following me on YouTube, okay? You are subscribed to my channel. Anytime I go live for anything on YouTube, if you are subscribed to my channel, you will get an alert that says Raw to the Bone / Coffee with Friends has gone live. Okay. Tally said, I know y'all don't miss this, but I remember rolling with you and Glamour 47 to the laundromat to wash clothes. I used to enjoy that shit. You see what I'm saying? And the laundromat was around the fucking corner. But, you know, I don't know why you enjoyed the shit, but I did. So yeah. All right. The things, it's so good to talk about, throwback shit. All right. But I appreciate y'all. I do. This is Coffee with Friends, and I'm raw to the bone, and I'm going to go out on this.
Hey. Yeah. You know what? I like the players. No diggity, no doubt. Play on, play.
Hey, no diggity, no doubt. Gone for now, but never forever. This is Raw to the Bone, Coffee with
Months. I dare you to shut out the world. I dare you to shut out all the distractions. I dare you to give up everything that is keeping you from your dream.
If you have a dream, don't just sit there. Get your ass up and make something happen. Sometimes you just have to move. Do something. Make a call. Reach out to someone. Google something. Learn something new. Write down what you need to do in order to make a better life for yourself. And be brave enough to do those things.
I dare